have released the dog. I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do 100% gamer, bro. No one else working hard, I would do it for the damage. Can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTS, RPG, or maybe even MMO.
Gamerdude 2088, and we're back for another Skylanders Ring of Heroes video. And today we're on our Wailing progression Gummy Puff account, and we're about to take you back to square one. And as always, like the video if you like it, subscribe if you're new here, turn my post notifications on so you can be the first to view my content. Catch me live at twitch.tv/Gamerdude2088 Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern until I am done. Alright, so let's get into the video. We have done a lot of stuff because I was actually, grinding the accounts on stream and everything too. A few days ago, because it's going to be a few days after I post this video. So, a few days ago. And we made a little bit of milestones. You see, we're getting our levels up. We're still using fuck ton of Nightfall, because Nightfall is really good, like extremely good. I can't stress how good Nightfall is early game, especially if you pair her up with Hex and Crit King. Let's just show you kind of what we working with right now. We got a little bit of 5-star action going on. I was shocked I got this baby right here. We still the same there, so Nightfall is still pretty squish. I'm probably just going to get her off this set. We having a bit of a struggle getting around. So you see we kind of got like a few rooms here, but you see it drops off. So for our slot 4, 5, and 6, we kind of hurting right now because we're not able to get that far enough in to farm for the rooms we need. And you can see that we got a few resist rooms. We got our first 5-star resist because we just started farming for those as well. Same here, we got 5 stars, and you see the 5-star there. Still the same issue here on this side. This room still haven't been changed, but we're still progressing shortly. And you see a trend, everybody got 5 stars in slot 1 because that's where you're going to start off at. It's going to be the easiest one, and it always gives you attack, so that's more damage for the team. And that's the big thing there. I don't think Whirlwind got one. Yeah, we got 5-star there too, so everybody about the same, 5-star across the board. These are like the 4 main units that we're using right now. I guess Elf is starting to get the 4-star hand-me-downs as we go along, just to have her extra, because I believe, yeah, this is like our second team, sort of, kind of. I guess it's a mix between if Hex, Nightfall, or Whirlwind is in the main team, depending on what we're doing for the most part. But generally, Whirlwind is rocking the main team for the most part. So this is, where the stats, a little bit of what we got going here. Nightfall being the strongest right now, even though she got the worst rooms, but the strongest. I think, well, some sort of, kind of. I mean, she's doing okay on the crit side. When the diminish is up, the damage is insane. So it's like I'm keep using her. She definitely helping a lot of the progression and getting the account further faster, so to speak. So yeah, we're in here in the Misty Bog farming. We only can farm stage 1. I've been trying to manual 2 to see if I can get the 3-star, but having a little tough time there. I didn't want to keep trying to farm here because I think we had hit a point where we got stuck trying to get the 3-star on the 4th stage, and I'm like, if I sit here and do this and try to do that, then I'll be trying to farm for the 4-star rooms here. I'm like, I want to just go straight into the Misty Bog, get our resist sets on the team, and then go straight into W7, W8, or whatever like that. Try to do what I can. Actually, since we have still yet to touch Wailing, so let's go ahead and see where we are in progression. Just go ahead, just throw them in like that until we need Whirlwind. We just gonna rock this team. We're gonna make sure that we turn on Focus Boss. If you didn't know this too, like this, turn on turned on. You can have it focus mob, so it'll focus the ads on the sides of the boss, but we're going to have it to focus boss so it can go straight to boss. That's what you're going to do in most cases. I think when it comes to the invasion, that's when you might have the focus mob function turned on, sometimes for Mirage Tower as well. But for the most part, you want to focus boss because you're not worried about the towers. You're just trying to get as much damage out to the boss. Because as you get to the further dungeons, it's going to take a really long time to knock those towers down because they just get really tanky. And you're just better off focusing the boss in the first place because it slows you down. And then, as you know, once you get your 3-star clear, you turn your 10 times. And when you turn the 10 times on, in the bottom left corner is where you can shut it off. So if you want to just end the battle from there, you can do that. And that's pretty much that. So we're going to see how far we can get before we hit the wall. We'll make sure we turn it on a focus boss so we can just go through it as quickly as possible. And also, when you have it turned on, like if I were to, like on the second stage, if I were to disable, it doesn't focus anything and it attack randomly. I have it to focus mob. It will attack the one that it focuses on, because you can see like the little focus marker. But if I have it focus boss, it was the same thing on the waves. It'll just focus one target, so everybody will continue to hit that target rather than they randomly attacking whatever they want. Because if you have units with different attributes, if they have attribute advantage against something, they hit that target rather than hitting the target you want them to focus on, and then you have to click for them to focus on the target. And in some cases, even when you have it focus on something, you still have to click to make sure they focus on the target that you want. We are getting closer to getting our Choppy Mage. Once we get him, then we're going to put all our potions in, fully focus on Choppy Mage, because I believe he's going to be the better choice early on, no matter what progression you do. So let's go ahead, focus boss on this next one. So he's going to be... We can just click on whoever we want them to focus on, but he's gonna probably be the better choice early on for the most part. I think you can get away with Goper in a Wailing progression, but in the Beast progression, I think Choppy Mage will be better. In one of Vulcan's recent videos, he had swapped to Choppy Mage just because of that revenge counter, and I was noticing that on my main account, like for a while now, for like a few weeks now on my main account, running Beast. It's like I was dying more often with Goper in my team just because he contributes to the revenge counter, and that was just hurting my runs. So I was like, I don't really want to run Broccoli anymore, even though I was running Broccoli, and I'm like, let me just test out Choppy Mage, see how Choppy Mage work. So I want to see how Choppy Mage work. And he might heal for a good chunk, and as I start leveling him up, the heal started getting strong. Like, he was like less level, like his attack wasn't as high, but his multipliers on his heal is so much higher than Broccoli, and it should be. Plus he has the regen on base. I'm like, we don't necessarily need a defense buff, not for real. A defense buff is okay, but when you just going full aggro, you're not worried about defense, you're trying to get it in. So the only thing that I don't like, which I think should be changed, is that 60-second cooldown. I think 45 seconds is better. It's not as short as the 30-second cooldown, but it's not super long either. I think 45 seconds for Choppy Mage will be a lot better, because it's like, the way I gauge it is if Choppy especially in a later game phase, if Choppy Mage comes out and a second time, that means your team's not clearing fast enough. You're moving really slow, because after he comes out the first time, he gets taken down. 60 seconds is a really long time. That's a whole minute. So that means your team is still in this fight for a whole nother minute, and then he comes back, and you probably end up losing or barely win in that scenario. But that's just the way like I was doing things on my main account. So as you notice, so far we're up to Wailing 5. Now, the worst thing people do, because I say you're going to spend your time in a scenario, and I mean it. You're going to spend your time in a scenario until you get the right rooms to be able to skip past these floors. You see how I just skip it? I go in, I do the floor, and then I just go to the next one. We're not trying to farm this stuff. And that's going to be the same way when you come in here. Like, I see a lot of people that's early in their progression, and they be like, I'm stuck in Beast 5, I'm stuck in Beast 6. It's like, bro, you're not stuck. You're just not in the right place. you trying to farm something, and you trying to farm something because you hear all this greatness about getting into B7 and getting into B8 and how it's good and B9 and all of that, and it's like, bruh, you got to do the right progression. You got to do the right progression first. So like, this is pretty much the test. It's the same way I do even on the main account, where you know, a lot of people be like, oh, well, you just need to build this, or you need to just do that. And it's like, yo, if your room quality's not up there yet, then why are you building something else when you can just focus in on that room quality a little more for the team that you know can work? And for a team that has been tested, where you would never question. It's funny though, because there'd never be a question about like anything that like Boomer or Kaboom is in, because you know it works. But when it comes to testing, it always get put into question that, well, just build Boomer and Kaboom. But it's like, well, if you don't have the room quality yet, it's no sense of just rushing into just building something else when you still need that same room quality to even make them work. Now, you see we're getting a bit of resistance. It looks like we might even lose one here. Boom, yep. Hex goes down. I think we're still going to clean up pretty good. But this is probably where I would have to manual to 3-star. Yeah, because we 2-star, and we're going to try something. We're going to actually try. We're going to go to the next one because we're going to skip past it, because we're not about to sit and try to farm 5 or nothing like that. No, we're going to skip right past it, go to 6. Now I believe we need to actually work on like having a healer. Now I'm sure if I keep Nightfall in, we would do really good, but the purpose of this account is to have Crypt King and Hex for the most part, because that's the F2P options. Believe me, if you got an OP unit, like if you got Stormblade, you can throw Stormblade in one of these spots easily. Stormblade will help you clear waves really well, and then you have your Diminish for the cleanup. So we want to see how we fare off in 6 on full auto. Ooh. So we probably want to click on this middle guy. Generally, middle guy is like the one that you want to focus on first when you start hitting those harder dungeons and you want to get those clears. Middle guy, and then the guys with the shields afterwards. That's usually the order in which you want to face, because how difficult it may be. Hopefully we don't lose Whirlwind and we're able to clean up pretty good. We might even just get the skill queued up here. We might make it, but it's going to be rough. Oh, Whirlwind on her back, and she dies. Oh my god, why? Before we get to the boss, that kind of sucks. I feel like that probably could have went a lot better, but I don't think we're going to make it past this point. We definitely need Whirlwind for the boss. But once again, you saw the runes already. The rune quality is not quite there yet, but you see the potential of where we are so far as we clear through it. And this is kind of what you're going to do as you move forward. Like, you see we get the boss to about half or so, a little less than half. Like, if we manual this, we probably can struggle to actually win, but we're going to leave it at that. So you see where we are with the rune quality that we have. We're up to 6, so we're not that far away from 8. Once we get a bit of more rune quality, we're going to complete 6 and go directly to 7, and then once we get ourselves fully maxed out on the runes that we need, then we want to skip 7 and go directly to 8 and keep working on ourselves until we can clear 8. So that's where we are as far as progression goes. It's been a nice little haul. We getting there soon enough. A few more days, so we taking our time with it though. We're not trying to rush it, not trying to go too fast. You know, just fast enough for you guys that's still in it, still trying to do this early progression and everything. And we want to get it out as much. We want to get it out as much as possible too. Just because, don't know, man, they might change the game again, and I might have to redo the progression guide all over. Don't really know. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope somebody learned something new. And if you did, please do give the video a like. That will be greatly appreciated and will help grow the content. Share it with somebody. All that good stuff. And this is the Gamer Dude signing out. I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.